This video tutorial covers price projections using the Fibonacci training software. Price projections are the default with the Fibonacci training software. We'll cover time projections in a separate video tutorial. The basic rule for the training software is that it is not a substitute for the material in the ebook. The ebook will cover everything that we talk about here and much more in greater detail. But again, you cannot replace the ebook with the training software. The first item we'll cover are retracements. Click on retracement. It will highlight green to let you know that it's active. We've selected 3 Fibonacci ratios at random. In the ebook, we discuss in detail the particular Fibonacci ratios that are likely to be the most important for each technique or even sub-technique. So it's somewhat important that you learn the distinction between them. The basic rule of operation for the training software is that you left-click a high and right-click a low. That way the software knows which calculations to do. The first item we'll cover is a retracement of, the decay retracement of this swing, which goes from August 16th to October 31st. You move the cursor to the bar of the August 16th low and right-click. Move up to the top of the bar on the October 31st high, and the bar will highlight magenta to let you know which bar you're on, and left-click because it's a high. And the calculation results appear on the right side of the screen. We also use Fibonacci retracements for growth as well as for decay. And the way you do that is that you have to select ratios greater than 1.00 and apply it. So we'll measure growth retracements on this swing and use them for forecasting clusters for the resulting upswing. Place the cursor on the high, and because it's the high, we're going to left click. We're going to move down to the August 16th low and right click, and the resultant calculations appear on the right side of the screen. The next method is expansion. Expansion is also a 2-click method. And for the example, we'll do an expansion from the first upswing from the August 16th low. Because we're starting at a low, it's going to be a right click. We're going to move to the high of the first swing, which occurred on September 4th, and left click. And the results appear on the right side of the screen. The next technique is parallel projection. Parallel projection is a 3-click method. The same rules apply. Left click on a high, right click on a low. So let's go back to the August 16th swing, which is a low. We'll right click. We'll move up to the September 4th high, which terminated the first upswing, and left click, and then we'll move down to the end of the retracement of the first upswing and right click. And the calculations are done and the results appear on the right side of the screen. Let's move now to the focuser. The focuser is an application of the square root theory. We discuss it in the book. We show you how to do the calculations in the book, and square root theory also appears on the website. To get that going, you click on the focuser button. It highlights red to let you know it's active. And we move to the point we want to do the square root calculations from. We'll go back again to the August 16th low, and because it's a low, we'll right-click. The results of the calculation appear on the screen and the longer horizontal lines. Now, the way you use the focuser with Fibonacci is that you look for areas where Fibonacci prices cluster around or near a focuser result. And one example is if we look at the October 31st high at about 55, we can see that we had a small Fibonacci cluster right on line with the focuser result. So if you were back here in late September, early October, and you had done these calculations, you would write down that you would be interested in looking for a change in trend or a consolidation somewhere around 55. And indeed, that was the case with this example. Okay, those are the methods. So that's the technique for using Fibonacci training software for price projections. And the next video will cover time projections.